Hi guys, I'm the KEG Man, and after my previous two videos, 5 teams to manage in FM21 and 5 more teams to manage in FM21, I imagine you didn't think you'd see another one of these videos. However, a comment from Vino left me wondering what would constitute a list of the 5 hardest teams to manage in Football Manager 2021. I must point out, this isn't the hardest challenges in FM21, that is for another video in the future. By the way, this video was one of 3 that my Patreons could have voted for, and this won the vote. Before we start, I will give an honourable mention to Queen's Park, the Scottish team who, up until recently, were hard-coded to remain an amateur team, as that was pretty much the situation in real life. So, the 5 hardest teams to manage in Football Manager 2021, in my opinion. Let's get to it. Before we get underway though, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and go ahead and follow me on Twitch and Twitter. It's really where all the action is. Yeah, red shirt. Number 5, Albirex Niigata Singapore. Going from easiest to hardest, we're starting off with Niigata in the Singapore League. Niigata are a satellite team of Japanese club Albirex Niigata and joined the S League in 2004. Whilst not a truly difficult challenge in the league, Niigata could struggle in continental competition. Having a small 2,700 seat stadium is relatively stifling, but the White Swans have an interesting transfer policy and are only allowed to sign Japanese players. With the J League having a much higher rep than the Singapore Premier League, attracting great players could prove very hard indeed. Number 4, Indian Arrows. India. Indian Arrows are a Goan-based team from the town of Vasco da Gama. I could go into a history lesson about the Portuguese figurehead, whose name is fairly prominent in football, but I'll maybe save that for another day. The Arrows play in the I-League, one of 2 coexistent Premier Football leagues in India alongside the Indian Super League. One of the registration rules in India is the maximum allowance of 5 non-Indian players. However, Indian Arrows transfer policies do not allow for foreign imports. This makes competing in the Indian League incredibly difficult, especially as some teams can attract incredible talents such as Carlton Cole and David James. After a bit of digging, I found there is a reason behind the policy though. After a disastrous 2012-2013 season, the club then known as Palian Arrows were disbanded as the club sponsor couldn't financially support the team. After a successful hosting of the 2017 FIFA Under-17 World Cup, the AIFF revived the project with the aim of giving regular game time to Under-17 World Cup players as a team, renaming the club Indian Arrows. Number 3, Altınordu, Turkey. Altınordu FK are a professional football club located in the Izmir region of Turkey and were founded in 1923 as a breakaway from Altay SK. The club currently play their football in the TFF First League, which, much like League One, isn't the first tier of football. In this case, it's the second tier. Turkey's a fun league to play in, and Altınordu are an interesting project. The club's transfer policy means you can only sign young Turkish players. No Thiago Almadas or Fabio Silvas for you, my dear boy. This is a reflection of their real-life values, as Altınordu try to focus on developing youth in their home region. Turkey is a football-mad country, and there should be a wealth of talent in Turkey. That's where Altınordu's game plan lies. President Sayit Mehmet wants to compete in Europe with a fully homegrown team by 2023. So far, their best-known export is Cengiz Ünder, and if they can keep on producing talent at that level, then it's a very real possibility. In-game, however, these constraints could prove very difficult. Make use of those facilities. 2. Chertonovo, Moscow. So, much like the previous 2 teams, Chertonovo are something of an academy team. Founded in 1993, The Devils are the senior team of the Chertonovo Football Academy and are owned by the Chertonovo Education Centre. How many more times am I going to have to say Chertonovo? They found themselves in the third tier of Russian football in the 2014-15 season. The club won the Western Zone of the league in the 17-18 season and were promoted to the second tier for the first time in their history. In the 2019-2020 season, the campaign was cut short by COVID-19, with the final table showing them in third place, 1 spot and 1 point below the promotion places with 10 games to play. Looking through their squad, we get the first hints at what we will be dealing with here in Russia. Yep, it's not like Call of Duty, this is yes Russian. The club has a unique transfer policy. No transfers. You heard me, no transfers. Fortunately, the club has excellent facilities and you're going to be able to plunge all of that transfer budget into wages in order to retain your best players. The club sees themselves as an educational institution, which is one of the main factors behind their transfer policy, or lack of. I'll leave some articles about the club in the description below. 1. Cardiff Met Uni. Okay, I'm sure you're wondering what could be harder than no transfers, and I'll be honest, I wasn't too sure which of the two clubs should be number 1 on this list. The Archers play in the Cymru Premier and finished 7th last season. The club, as the name would suggest, is affiliated with the Cardiff Metropolitan University and are an amateur club. In fact, the club, I've been reliably informed, are hard-coded in-game to remain amateur. That means no matter how well you do, no matter what you do, the club will never be professional. Why is that hard? Well, all of the other clubs have the ability to turn pro. TNS, the strongest team in the league, are a pro outfit. You will have to compete against teams with full-time training schedules whilst losing your best players for free to anyone who wants them. Continuity error. And there we have it, folks, my 5 hardest teams to manage in Football Manager 2021. Just like in the previous videos, I will leave the Wikipedia links below in the description for each club, alongside any articles that I can find that are in English, which, let me tell you, are few and far between. There are some interesting reads out there though, very interesting reads. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Who do you think should be in there? Will you try one of these saves? Let me know, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You'll be seeing a lot more of me as FM2021 approaches and throughout the duration of the game itself. I am planning on bringing out plenty of content before and after release, so you guys get a rough idea of where we're going to be in the future. I will be doing a save reveal video soon. If you're following me on Twitch and Twitter, you already know about these. If you're not following me on Twitch and Twitter, then you should. There'll be links in the description below. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. We've got a very, very heavy schedule going into the new game. Thanks to my Patreons who voted for this video. If you'd like to shape the future of this channel going forward, then do consider becoming a Patreon. There are certain benefits to each tier, should you want to. Hi guys. However, a comment from user Vino left me wondering what a team. However, a comment from Vino left me wondering what would constitute a team. Thanks to my Patreons who voted for this video, and of course, if you want to say in the future of the video, nailed it, nailed it, nailed it.